Hey guys, J77 here doing a vlog update on one of the major news that's been tackling New York today. This is the ruling of the stop and frisk tactics that was police is doing for the past 2.5 years. The judge has came back with a ruling, and to no surprise, he had ruled it as unconstitutional. Um, in the article here, one by Rutgers says it's in a stalling reboot of to the Bloomberg administration. The federal judge ruled on Monday, which is today, that the New York City policy stop and frisk crime fighting tactics violated constitutional rights of minorities, despite claims by the mayor and the commissioner that it has driven down rate of violent crimes. Now, the judge who ruled on it, Sarah Sunderson, ruled that the police adopted a policy of indirect racial profiling by targeting racially defined groups for stop, resulting in the disappropriate, discriminatory stopping of tens of thousands of black and Hispanics, and that the city highest officials turned a blind eye towards this result, she said. The article also goes on to say that no one should live in fear of being stopped whenever he leaves his or her home to go about their activities or of daily lives. That was her opinion. The police personally felt or were aware of the pressure to increase the number of stops when Mayor Michael Bloomberg took office in 2002 and brought in Raymond Kelly to be the NYPD commissioner. The judge wrote, as a result, officers frisk young minority men for weapons or search their pockets for contraband before letting them go, in a violation of the constitutional Fourth Amendment that protects against unreasonable search and seizures, the judge said in a 195 page decision. So this is not something she brought out in a two-page thing. She brought it up in 100 and some odd pages, um, which pretty much resulted in her decision. In 2012, New York City Liberties Union report showed a sharp, steadily increase of police stop over the course of Bloomberg's 3 terms in office. To big numbers here, 685,724 in 2011 from 160,851 stops in 2003, with about half of the 2,000 stops resulting into physical searches. And the article also continues saying that Bloomberg and Kelly considered that the practice have driven down violent crimes and limited numbers of illegal guns being carried in the streets of New York. The decision followed an exhaustive 9-week trial that ended in May, and that pitted the New York's NYPD increase in keeping New York crimes rate down against blacks and Latino um, plaintiff who felt discriminated against Sterling proceed over the trial without jury. NYPD did not immediately comment at the part of her ruling. So, the judge ordered an appointed and an independent monitor to oversee complaints with other remedies she ordered. Uh, and it also goes on to say that the other remedies include NYPD adopting written policies specifying circumstances where stop or authorized adopted a trial program requiring the use of body-worn cameras and other present in each of the cities, the 5 boroughs, and on set up community-based regulatory process under the court-appointed faculties. So there you have it, guys. Pretty much that is the ruling. Will this change the practices or policies of the police department? Who knows? There is still so much to be said. The mayor hasn't said anything yet. I say yet because you better believe that the mayor will say something regarding the decision. Um, and other questions regardless as to will they finally put an end to stop and frisk, or will they try to go around it? So there's a lot of stuff that's still going on. Just because the decision has been made doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to just stop right there. It doesn't mean they're going to immediately, stop the stop and frisk. It really all depends on what the commissioner, the NYPD, the mayor, as well as what actions they're going to take uh, to pretty much stop the stop and frisk practices or tweak it where it's not um, too aggressive to the point where it's basically violating everybody's rights. The mayor have spoken about it numerous of times in interviews as well as in articles. He doesn't seem the kind of guy who's gonna just drop this thing. But now with the independent people behind this, it may actually minimize this from becoming too out of control. Um, a lot of people from both sides have spoke about this. A lot of people have voiced their own concern, but most importantly, no matter how you look at it, from all the stuff that I have followed, and I followed this for the last 2 years, it's very clear that it was targeting a specific group of people at a specific neighborhood, and you simply cannot do that. You cannot put that kind of fear, and that's what it was. It was fear, and even the mayor even admitted that that was kind of fear because he said it in his one of the interviews. It let them think before going outside. That's not going to stop crime. In fact, it hasn't stopped crime. What's not crime is the increased numbers of police presence, yes, but you stopping everybody else, black, white, whoever, it only going to do is make the situation, the relationship between minorities and police, even more pretty much separate than what it was years ago. So that's my own thing about this. But the judge did rule on it. I will leave a link to the article so you guys can read it yourself. But to me, it all comes down to one thing: what is the city's response? Because right now, I simply ain't buying that Bloomberg is, for at least until the next few months, is just gonna say, okay, it's over. I'm gonna, stop and press. To me, he will try and go find ways around it. Keep in mind, this guy's still fighting the soda company with taxpayers' money, no less, because he still feels that, you know, having any sodas above 16 ounces is considered a dangerous to all of us, and is willing to, lose businesses as well as tell people what to drink and what to not to drink, and doing it in such a way that I'm just scratching my head. Um, this is the mayor for you, so let's see what happens. But one thing is certain: there is a ruling that has been deemed unconstitutional. Now let's see what the city is going to do in terms of that response. I will keep you updated on this report. If anything new come out, I'll immediately make a video to explain the situation. But until then, I just want to say I apologize for my voice. I'm just getting over a cold, so do forgive me if you guys had a little bit difficulty understanding. But I'm still recovering. But until then, this is J77 saying take care, be safe. I'll talk to you soon.